Hey, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at SparkPoint. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. If you haven't seen the previous update, make sure you check it out. It's going to be linked in the top right hand corner of your video. Now, with that being said, let's jump into the daily chart on TradingView. So this is SparkPoint SRK token against USDT. And we're on the daily chart, and I did readjust the chart a little bit from the previous video, so we're no longer in that pennant. I did rearrange the trend lines a bit, so you can see that we have this fractal over here. So we are in this channel up pattern over here, as you can see. So we're coming up to the peak of this resistance. We're getting rejected from it, and we come back down. And this is what happened these like 4 or 5 times. You come up, come down, come up, halfway through, come down, come up, come down. You come up, and then you came back down. You just lost the trend line a bit over there, but you managed to stay above it. You basically just barely wicked below the trend line, so that doesn't really count. We've set a bearish cross on the daily chart as well. So as you can see, the 20 EMA crossed below the 55 EMA, and we're getting rejected from the 20 EMA basically. Yesterday we had a nice wick off the 20 EMA, and right now we're staying above this upper yellow trend line, as you can see, which is good. We've had multiple touches off of these trend lines, so it was a nice entry point. If you had these on your charts, congratulations, good for you. You've followed the charts nicely on this channel. So what I'm looking for next is if we're gonna start coming up and we get the announcement early December that we're getting listed on a top 1 exchange or a tier 1 exchange, we're gonna have a move towards the upside, and potentially you could take profits once you get into this yellow resistance zone, and that would be around the 1.618 price that we have, because we do have a smaller fib over here, as you can see. So if I just stretch this out a bit, you see we have our swing high over here and we have our swing low over here, and that gives us the 1.618 at 0.1 cents. So basically 1 cent is our target. After breaking this high, we got to the 1.414 here, but we got rejected with a Bitcoin pullback, a hefty pullback for SparkPoint, although we did set in a nice double bottom pattern over here. So it does look nice. It does look nice, but like I said, if you want to play it safe, you can take profits at the 1.618 once we have the spike. Myself, I'm going to be holding the tokens until we get listed on the exchange. Hopefully it's going to be Binance. Some people are thinking it's going to be something else, but nobody knows. But we're hopeful that it's going to be Binance. Regardless of the listing, we will have a spike in the price. And as a speculative bet right now, it's a good entry. And if you're looking to hold until the end of the bull market, it's a good entry as well, because if we take a look over here at the 1.618, we're looking at least 4 cents over here by breaking the previous swing high at 2.5 cents. You're looking at the 1.618. Okay, so other than that, we're just bottoming out over here on the price action, and we're starting our next leg up. So now jumping into the daily RSI over here. So as you can see, we have started breaking through this white trend line, and this white trend line was a previous resistance, then turned into support, now turned back to resistance, and now we broke above it and it's support once again. So as you can see, we either can hold this trend line over here, this white trend line, or we're gonna hold this horizontal trend line over here. We may bounce off of either one of those. So if you see us moving back down to either one of these, you can put some buy orders in, regardless of the price action, right? Because once the RSI bounces, the price bounces with the RSI bounces with the price, however you want to say it. So keep that in mind as well. I think, let me just stretch this out a bit. I think we're not going to need this. Actually, as you can see, this trend line actually did, I'm just going to turn that into different color so it's not, okay, there we go. So this pink trend line in the middle, as you can see, we were testing it as resistance, then testing it as support. So it's a pretty crucial level, and we got rejected from here November 25th. So now we potentially can come back to it as support. So we have multiple support lines over here. So around about 40 on the index on the daily chart is when you want to be buying, in my opinion, but that's not a financial advice by any means. Now let's jump into KuCoin for more detailed analysis. So if we take a look at the weekly chart, you can see that we're actually moving upwards. So we're making higher lows, and we're just getting rejected from this level over here. So in a sense, you could say that we are sort of in an ascending triangle. So we are potentially going to have a move towards the upside. So if I just do a little drawing over here, so something like this, what I'm thinking, right? So yeah, as you can see, we are heading up to the apex of this triangle, and I do think we're going to have a breakout because you can see you've been rejected from this area multiple times. You can ignore the wicks, and we had these two little fake outs over here, but we ended up coming back into the pattern regardless. So I think this could be, you know, a pretty valid pattern right now because we're adhering to the support and we're getting rejected from the level above. So I would say we potentially can have a nice breakout level. So right over here is going to be our target. So our target is sitting right at the 786 over here. I'm going to place a price tag on there. So 0.008 is our target from this triangle, which is essentially a 2x from here, almost a 2x. So yeah, as you can see, we do have a fib setup over here from the swing low or the swing high in October and the swing low here in November. And that gives us the 1.618 so that gives us the 1.618 at 0.0127, and that's going to be our target after breaking this swing high. But you know, the chart looks very healthy. We got rejected just yesterday from the 0.236. You know, strong wicks right now, showing some buying pressure, and I do think that, you know, this is going to be a very nice bottoming out for Spark Point, and we're going to start moving relatively soon. I did enter Spark Point in my trading series, and I entered, I think, somewhere around 0.00377. So essentially, like, yeah, I was up around about, right now I'm up about 10%, but, you know, 27% with the pump. But, you know, I'm not going to be selling anytime soon. I'm just going to be waiting out for the announcement, at least take some profits. But yeah, let's jump into the daily. Actually, before we do that, I do want to take a look at some oscillators. So over here, you can see that the stochastic RSI on the weekly chart has started moving down. And I think with the listing, we're going to get a strong move towards the upside. So potentially, if you are able to come back down by the time we list or have the announcement, you want to buy once you're here, right? Once you're low, once you're oversold. But if we don't manage to come back that low before the announcement of the listing or before the listing itself, we are potentially going to see a reversal in trend. We're going to get overextended over here, and this is when you want to be taking profits once you're above the index of 80 on the stochastic RSI. Hopefully that's easy to understand, but overall, nice place to be buying. The MACD, you know, not a lot of data for the MACD, and the RSI is pretty neutral right now. As you can see, we just bounced off a level of support here, and now we're starting to move up. Now let's jump into the daily chart finally. All right, now jumping into the oscillators on the daily chart, the stochastic RSI has started moving up from the oversold position, so you should have been buying when you were down here. But obviously, like I said, it's still early to buy Spark Point, in my opinion. The daily RSI staying neutral, sitting right at 46, and the MACD is about to print a bullish cross, which would be the confirmation of the uptrend, and that would sort of be your, you know, last kind of confirmation signal, your last buy signal. But by the time you get the bullish cross, you potentially have missed out on some profits because it's a lagging indicator. Now jumping into the 4-hourly chart over here, you can see that we have printed actually a bullish divergence over here. So on the price action, you made a lower low, but on the RSI over here, so if I take the RSI and I put a trend line the same exact way, but you can see that we've been moving upwards on the RSI. So that was a bullish divergence, a hidden bullish divergence. Hence, we had the move towards the upside. And I'm noticing these hidden bullish divergences on many different projects, and SparkPoint is just one of the ones that just happened to pump already. And I don't think this is the end of the pump. I think we're just, as you can see on the 4-hourly chart, we're landing on the 20 EMA very nicely. And I do think that our next target is going to be over here at 0.00482. And you want to break above that, back test it as support, and then you're pretty set to go. But you got rejected from this point twice, so you really want to break this level, assert dominance over it, hold it as support so you can move to the next level. But we may potentially even get rejected from that level once again. And so if you're looking for a short-term little trade, then this would be a very nice price to take some profits. If you're looking for a really quick short-term gain, this would be a 15% profit pretty much. So, but I wouldn't recommend doing any of that. Obviously, I'm not a financial advisor, but I myself am going to be holding. The stochastic has started moving down from the oversold over here on the 4-hourly chart because we had the pump, right? So now we just have to come back down a little. But overall, that's pretty much it for SparkPoint. I'm very bullish on the project. It's great that it went down this low because I was able to get in at low prices. So it's always good to see, corrections. Obviously, it was a pretty hefty one, but I think we have bottomed out over here, and I think Bitcoin is going to start recovering as well. If you want to follow me on Twitter, guys, please do so. I do post technical analysis and updates in there as well. We do have a Telegram chat with a great little community, and we do have a Discord server where you can request technical analysis on your charts. Also, make sure to check out my Patreon. Feel free to become a member of the HaZeeq's Crypto Club. I do share my buys, my sells. We have early low cap gem calls in there. In November, we had 6 low cap gem calls. So if you sign up, then you'll get all the content that I have provided already on there. So it's kind of like added value. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. I'm going to catch you in the next one. Also, guys, make sure to check out ExpressVPN. I do have a special deal for you where you can get 3 extra months for free. So ExpressVPN is the best VPN we have here in the space, and especially for us in the crypto space, it is very important to keep our data safe and encrypted, and the governments and your local network providers will not be able to track down your data if you're using a VPN, so it secures your network. So sign up for 12 months of unlimited access to ExpressVPN and our ultra-fast global network, and you'll get 3 extra months for free. So you can get your money back within a 30-day range with no problems. If you don't like something, they have 24/7 customer support, and you can enjoy unrestricted access worldwide. So ExpressVPN defeats content restrictions and censorship to deliver unlimited access to video, music, social media, and more from anywhere in the world. So we know that Netflix does this all the time, and all the other streaming platforms, region block content to certain countries, and this is a great way to get through that. So you're going to stay secure and anonymous online. So it hides your IP address, and you can basically switch your IP address to an IP address in Japan or in the Netherlands, wherever you want. They have more than 3,000 servers in 94 countries. So you can get ExpressVPN on all your devices, your MacBook, your laptop, whatever it is, your phone, console, router. You can get it all installed on all of those. So yeah, the links are going to be in the description, guys. Obviously, if you use them, it's going to support me as well, but I really do think this is a great product, and I do think we can all benefit from it. So yeah, thank you for watching. I'm going to catch you in the next one. Goodbye and good night.